There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was a painful watch. Oh my god, Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 0. In very difficult fashion, Chelsea are able to win the London derby. Just checking all the scores of the other games. God, that was a difficult watch. We have been saved by the magician, Hakim Ziyech, once again. After he did score, one got disallowed, but the second one, great anticipation from him. A good ball from Marcus Alonso floated into the back post where Hakim Ziyech was able to anticipate Tyreek Mitchell missing the ball. Though he was very good all game, he made a slight blunder for that one. And then Ziyech was just slid it through Jack Butland's legs after Guaita had to come off at half-time. But my God, it was painful to watch. So many sloppy errors. Crystal Palace, their team with Jeffrey Schlupp on the pitch. We were more sloppy than Jeffrey Schlupp and Palace. It was so bad. So many awful first touches. Christian Pulisic. So many dreadful, abysmal, horrendous, 2-yard passes. One from Loftus Cheek when he came on. Many from Christian Pulisic. Even from Ziyech, there were a couple everywhere across the pitch. It's so sloppy. And one of the main things that Thomas Tuchel was able to eliminate when he first came to the club was the mistakes. It's awful to watch. It's so difficult. It's crept in recently against that Man City game when De Bruyne scored that wonder goal. It's just sloppy and it's so hard to watch us just giving away possession every time we get the ball back. The likes of Jorginho, he was nominated for a Ballon d'Or for literally doing his job, controlling it, and then keeping the ball. He can't do that anymore. He had to come off. He was dreadful. Kante, he was alright. Quite quiet though. It's not the Kante we've seen before this season. The Kante we've seen this season is nothing compared to last season. Especially that late run in the Champions League. It was so good. Now, what's happened? He had a great one-on-one chance slipped through by Malang Sarr, who also didn't have a great game. Although I feel a little bit bad for him playing at left back, just out of position. He obviously just not naturally suited there. Same with Christensen playing right back. Oh, it's not good. It's not good. Reece James should be back, hopefully. If not for the Lille game, for the Liverpool game. And Liverpool actually went behind at Norwich, but they came back 1-3-1. Trent not in the team though, so maybe he could be injured for the game. Don't know. It was just not nice to watch today. Lukaku barely touched the ball. I'd like to see the touch counter. He barely touched the ball. He had one shot, I think, and that was was saved. Ziyech scored the rebound, but was disallowed for offside. Of which Lukaku was offside. The changes that Tuchel made, that was so needed. A triple change. We've seen Lampard do it before. We've seen Tuchel do it before. It was so needed. From pretty much the 50th minute, I was like, when's he going to make a change? You waited all the way to the 70th minute in the end. Brought on Ruben Loftus Cheek for Kovacic. Ruben Loftus Cheek, Kovacic and Alonso for Jorginho, Kante and Malang Sarr. Our attacking options off the bench were not there today. Hudson, Odoi injured, Mount injured. Timo Werner was there, but he's got a cold, so he was never going to come on. Harvey Vale was the only attacking option. And to be fair, I would have rather Harvey Vale come on or started than Christian Pulisic today. Okay, he's playing in a sort of number 10 role, which is not his preferred position. On the left is his preferred position. In a front three with wide wingers, that is where he wants to play. But his control is just not there. He just can't calibrate where his legs are going to go for the ball. It's 5 o'clock. Jesus, 5 p.m. It's so bad. It's passing. There was one, the most frustrating thing to see. Christian Pulisic, probably 2, 3, 4 yard pass to Christensen. Awful pass. Abysmal. Dreadful. Awful. So bad. It doesn't go to Christensen. It goes straight to Zaha or one of their attackers. Can't remember. And he just stands there. Not even wanting to go press anyone. Christensen does the same, just hoping that someone's behind him. If you do mess up, go and win it back or do something. Don't just stand there. That's the worst part. Everyone makes mistakes, but when you just expect someone else to go make up for it, you're the one who has to make up for it because you're the one who made the mistake. It was so tough to watch. Kai Havertz was alright. I'd still need to see the Havertz that I saw at Leverkusen. £72 million. I do think we'll see it. Eden Hazard, Didier Drogba, they didn't burst onto the scene in their first game for Chelsea. I think Havertz will be one of our best players in the next 2 seasons. For Pulisic, he can go. He can go on loan to Everton. I was thinking he could go on loan to Everton, help Frank Lampard out. I just don't really want him at the club anymore. He cost 60 million. He's just got no potential. He's too old. He's not old, but his career's going nowhere at Chelsea. He can't get in the team. When he does, he plays like that. I want him gone. Although I said this about Ziyech, and then he turned into Messi. Yeah, I'll talk you through the lineup. In goal, we had Edouard. Mendy didn't do anything wrong. He was all right. He was solid. Kept a clean sheet somehow. Zaha did have 2 incredible chances, which he should have scored both, and we should have lost in the end. Palace definitely deserved to get something from the game, if not win it. Palace deserves something. I feel kind of bad for them. And Patrick Vieira, from where 3-0 on the first day of the season. I watched that game in the car on my laptop. It was a beautiful sunny day. Alonso free kick. What else was there? I think it was a rebound that Pulisic scored or something, and then the Trevor Chalobah goal. What has changed? Why has it gone so downhill that we can barely scrape past them now? There's no difference in their team, really. No difference in our team, really. We comfortably beat them 3-0 at the start of the season. A few months later, it's really struggling and it's so scrappy, so sloppy. Like I said, Jeffrey Schlupp was not the schluppiest player on the pitch. And that's when you know it's bad. You can't have that happening. Zaha was pretty good. Zaha was good. His control of the ball was there. I was going through the lineup. We did play, I believe it was a back 4 with Christensen at right back, Malangsar at left back. Obviously out of position, that's not where you really want them to play. I was kind of surprised Christensen was at right back when we could have played Chalobah there, who is a slightly more versatile than Christensen. Thiago Silva and Rudiger were good. They're always solid. They always give you 7.5 out of 10, maybe even at 8 today. Thiago Silva didn't really make any mistakes again. Rudiger had a very nice shot, which would have been beautiful if it went in. Lots of cross switches that were absolutely pinpoint. Midfield of Jorginho and Kante. The midfield, the pivot that tore apart Manchester City in the Champions League final. And now they're getting battered by Jeffrey Schlupp and James MacArthur. Jorginho, I don't know what's happened. Ballon d'Or nominee to now... I'm trying to think of something funny, but I can't even do that. He's so... I don't know what's happened. He can't control the ball anymore. He's just there. Does nothing. He can't really get... At least get in a position to receive the ball. Give people options. He's not even doing that. He's standing behind the attackers now. Kante, pretty bad again. I said about his chance. That was a great chance. He's tapped it straight at the keeper. I would have slid it in near post, but obviously can't get me in the pitch. I'd love to play. Probably do a better job than most of the players out there today. Christian Pulisic. I'm sorry. Give him a change of scenery. Either on loan, permanently. Just find him somewhere. Because we have seen it shines, just sort of glimpses of potential. But you just can't get it on a consistent basis. And then Ziyech, pretty good. He was very good today. A couple dodgy touches, couple dodgy passes. But at least he made up for it with a winning goal. And that's actually 3 goals in 3 games now for Ziyech. 3 in a row. Could have got another. 1 disallowed. Who else is there? Havertz and then Lukaku. Lukaku barely touched the ball. I mean, you can defend him and say that the balls into him, is the delivery into him was not there today. And it wasn't. But he's got to do more. He's just got to do more. He walks around the top of the pitch with his head down. I'm sorry, but like at least look for the ball. Get tight to a defender or try and roll someone. Elise was class today for Palace. He just does everything right. He's got a great first touch. He can whip a really good ball in. Doesn't make stupid passes that aren't going to find the feet of other people, or at least can make the simple ones. He just does all the basics. And that's why I think he's going to go very far, Elise. He's very, very good. He's got a huge future ahead of him. And then put Gallagher in that team again. Palace, very good, very good. I feel like we missed out on losing Guehi, but... And then Havertz to end the team. I can't say too much bad about him. One last thing. Every time we did like venture into the box, we just did too much. We just stopped. Hope maybe someone would foul us. It's just not what you got. You got to get some trickery. Get Ziyech on the ball. There was one point where Ziyech just stood still in the box, and then Tyreek Mitchell, I think, stuck his leg out and tackled it. Do something creative. There's no creativity on the pitch. Loftus Cheek was a little bit better in midfield. Kovacic was much better than the other one, who he replaced, Kante and Jorginho. And then Alonso he didn't really have an impact on the game other than the cross for the goal. So, and then lastly, I'm also in a bit of a bad mood because I missed the FPL deadline, fantasy deadline. I was going to bring in Wout Weghorst for Ollie Watkins, but I missed it. And the rest is history. So thank you for watching. We've got an important game on Tuesday now. 3 days away. Lille in the Champions League. They drew against Metz. We have to... Is it home or is it... I have to do my research, but we have to go hammer them. 2-3-0. Give ourselves a huge advantage for the second leg. Come on. It is at home. It's at the bridge. We just got to... Come on, you Blues. Got lucky today. Got a bit let off. Feel bad for Palace. Fair play to them. But, I mean, we're the world champions. Champions of the world. And we can't make 2-yard passes. It's Chelsea for you. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.